Hey, how's everyone doing? I'm currently doing a video for pulled pork. It's a Carolina recipe, and to accompany that I thought I should probably do a couple of sauce videos just to show you the types of sauces that go really well with pulled pork. They're both fairly different. They're both sort of steeped in the Carolina style. One is very mustard based, the other is particularly vinegar based. So not what you'd associate with your regular barbecue sauces, not in this country anyway. So I'll dive right in now and show you how you can make those sauces really easily.
So the first thing you're going to want to do is get yourself a nice heavy bottom pan, something that's going to retain the heat fairly well, and something that's not going to transfer too much heat in one go. It's a fairly steady, it's only about 5 or 10 minutes you need to use to warm all these things up. The ingredients we're going to use today, I'm going to use basically all of my remaining French's mustard, which is about a cup. So you want a cup of, it's like a yellow American hot dog mustard. You want a 1/4 cup of an apple cider vinegar, a 1/4 cup of honey. You want to have about 2 tablespoons of tomato ketchup, about the same of brown sugar. You want to have about a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, teaspoon of black pepper, teaspoon of salt, and some hot sauce to taste. I'm just going to put a few dashes in. I would have loads more, but nobody else in the family would be able to eat it otherwise, so we'll go easy on that. Maybe a couple of just a couple of dashes of that, maybe about a teaspoon.
So you see we've got a pan with mustard in. We're going to add to that the apple cider vinegar, 1/4 cup of that, and then the same of honey, 1/4 cup of honey going in. All the while this is just warming through. Then we go 2 tablespoons of tomato ketchup, followed by the same amount of brown sugar, and then a good dash, probably about a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, about a teaspoon of black pepper, and the same again of salt. Finally, just some hot sauce. As I say, I put more, but we'll keep it fairly light. And then just mix it all together just while it's on the heat. You'll see it's starting to come together now, and then it gets quite a smooth consistency, and this is the sort of consistency you want to end up with.
Okay, for the Carolina style vinegar barbecue sauce, which is something we'll use to dress the pulled pork in, I'm going to be using a 1/4 cup each of apple cider and just normal white vinegar. You don't want malted vinegar because it's going to give it too much of a strong flavour. So that's your main vinegar base. It's basically a 1/2 cup, so 1/4 cup each combined. Got a tablespoon of brown sugar. I'm going to go for 1/2 teaspoon of chili powder, just a pinch of chili flake as well, and just some salt to taste, probably about 1/2 teaspoon of salt to a teaspoon, something like that. You're going to want to use something like a Kilner jar or a mason jar. I've just, this is one that I had, and it's got a really nice tight fitting lid, so when it comes to shaking up it's not going to spill, and it's nice and airtight, so you can keep it, when you've done the actual vinegar sauce, you can keep it really well for weeks at a time. All I've done is just boiled the kettle and I've just rinsed it out to sterilise it.
Alright, so we're going straight in first with our white vinegar, followed by the apple cider, 1/4 cup of each, in with the brown sugar, follow that up with 1/2 teaspoon of chili powder, a fairly generous pinch of the chili flakes, and then just a bit of salt to taste. You want to close it all off, and then you really want to leave it as long as you can, ideally overnight, because you want it to steep and just completely mix properly together. But once that's nicely secure and tight, it's not going to leak out anywhere.
So there you go, there's a couple of different sauces, really easy, very quick to do. One that you do have to warm, the other one you don't. And what I've done, I've decanted the mustard style one straight back into the container this came out of. I just sterilised it with some boiling water. And as you saw, just shook this one into the Kilner jar, and it's nicely sealed up, so that's where it will stay until I need to use it, which won't be too long, because hopefully the pulled pork will be done very shortly.